and you think that you cleared the fence by 60 feet, but can't see it because you fell down at first base. Could it be possible that God sent me to be your preacher today? The first baseman who gets down next to you and says, hey, get up. The ball's still sailing. Get up. You got to understand something about the context of Acts chapter 4 to understand why this touches me so much. There have been times in my life where I've preached and I thought my sermon made no sense and it didn't connect and I went too long and my jokes weren't funny, only to get an email that Monday from somebody that said that with their last little bit of spiritual hope, they reached out and turned on online. And the word is exactly what they needed to the detail. Here I was in a cave. Here I was laying down on my face over a joke that didn't connect. And somebody somewhere else hit a home run. Didn't even know. To the moms, it's not Mother's Day, but I'm going to give an appetizer, and Mother's Day is going to be amazing, but I'm going to give an appetizer. I know you yell at your kids a lot, and I know sometimes that, you're not able to afford all the stuff that maybe all their friends, and I know that you can't get them everywhere, and I know that sometimes, you tell a bad example, and I know, but, don't stay down on your face just because you tripped over first base, because that ball's probably going farther than you can know right now. You can't always see what God is doing through even your mistakes, but I just felt like I had to tell a mom, because I'm around too many moms that are down on their face at first base, and you hit a home run. You're nailing it, and you don't even know it because you're there, because you're doing it. And it's not going to be the mistakes you make as a mom that's going to stop you from reaching your goal of raising your kids. It's only going to be if you stay down. Because the righteous man falls 7 times, and the righteous mom falls 7 times, and the righteous preacher falls 7 times. But he gets back up, and he goes to second base. And I found out you don't even have to run that fast, because the ball already got hit out the park for you. That's one thing about grace. That's one thing about Jesus. That's one thing about the cross. I don't even have to move that fast. If I could just shuffle around the bases. He hit a home run, and he didn't even know it. You know how many people don't make it home because they trip over first base? Peter preached, right? Preached. He's preaching. Acts chapter 4, verse 1. And while he was preaching, look at this. Would you mind standing? I'm closing. Kind of. Stand. Hit a home run and didn't even know it. Hit a home run and didn't even know it. Peter was preaching. He's preaching, and as he's preaching, the police, the temple police come up and say, you're under arrest. Come with us. They shove him in the back of the camel. And they say, come with us. Now watch, we got to see this phrase. The priest and captain of the temple guard came up to Peter and John while they were speaking to the people. While they were speaking to the people. While they were speaking to the people. You got it? When did they arrest Peter? While he was speaking to the people. They were greatly, verse 2, disturbed because the apostles were teaching the people. By the way, destiny and disturbance always go hand in hand. That's going to be next week. Proclaiming Jesus, preaching Jesus, pointing to Jesus, they were greatly disturbed because they claimed he had risen from the dead. So they seized Peter and John. At least they thought they were seizing Peter and John. Really, God was seizing this opportunity. They thought they had a hold. Really, what was happening was that God was seizing this opportunity to show and demonstrate and prove something. Same thing is true in your life. Nothing's got a hold on you that God doesn't have a handle on. Nothing's got a hold on you that God doesn't. Nothing he can't handle. Nothing too big for him. But in said that they put him in jail till the next day. Okay, while they were speaking, they took him away. Took him to jail till the next day. And watch this. But many who heard the message believed. So the number of men who believed grew to about 5,000. Everybody said growth. Say goals. The goal God gave Peter and John was grow the church. They reached the goal. The first time Peter preached, 3,000 people responded. This time, 2,000 responded, giving a total of 5,000 people. But you know what's crazy, church? And I read the text over and over again before I saw it, and then when I saw it, I was like, how could I not see it? Peter wasn't even there to see the result of his own invitation. He preaches. While he's preaching, they take him away. Somebody else gives the altar call, and thousands of people come forward. Peter's in prison, and he can't even see his progress. He hit a home run, and he didn't even know it. Imagine had he quit staring at those prison walls. Imagine the next day had he come out and said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I won't do it anymore. Imagine had he backed down to the limitation, the intimidation, and the expectation. Imagine had he believed the lie. Imagine if you believe the lie that this doesn't matter, that this isn't working. You won't make it home, not because you didn't hit a home run, but just because you didn't see it because you tripped over first. And that's why Paul said, you need a new goal. We called this message what? Reaching the goal. But I want to pose a question before we leave. What if reaching is the goal? You think about this with me. What if what Paul is saying is, you know, everything I thought I gained, everything I thought that mattered, everything I thought was the goal, I got it, but it wasn't the goal. He said, my goal is that I would never stop reaching. That's my goal. My goal. See, so what I'm saying is, if you're reaching, you're winning. I know preachers like to make people feel bad over how far they haven't come, but I just wanted to take a moment and say, look how far he's brought you. And if you're reaching, come on, if you're reaching, that's the goal. He said, I press toward the mark for the prize. I'm not there yet. I'll never be. But as long as I'm reaching, as long as I'm reaching, come on, keep reaching. Keep reaching, keep reaching, that's the word. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. I'm pouring myself out so you can reach God.